All right. What we got here? Chloe Taylor Rook.
These are some really subtle things that girls do when they like you that they hope you pick up on, so they don't actually have to verbalize the fact that they like you. Okay, here's
Mm.
a tea. If a girl really likes a guy, she is going to do whatever it takes to get a response out of him. Trust me, because I've been here myself. We will quite literally sit there and think, what on earth can I message him that is going to guarantee getting a response back, but also not make it obvious that I like him, because this is way too early for him to realize and get the ick and then distance himself from me. And after all of that deliberation,
I just want to point out how girls cope so much. So I like how she's saying, oh, he's going to get the ick if he realizes that I like him too much. Guys never get the ick from being liked too much. That right there is a female projection because that's exactly how they feel when you like them too much too early. The actual truth about this is she doesn't want to give away too much power too early. That's what it's actually about.
they'll do one of the following. Number one is reply to your story. Number two is post something on their story that they know that you're interested in to try and reel you in. Or number three, which is more time the most obvious thing in the world, they will message you with the most random question, the most random request, like, hey, do you know where I could watch this movie? As an example, right? Yet they also have subscriptions to Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Hayu.
Exactly.
They know where to watch the movie.
The whole story thing works amazingly because it's such a safe way for someone to talk to you without directly talking to you. I've gotten likes from girls on stories so many times because they just wanted a way to talk to me. From there, you just have to get the hint, open conversation, and see where it goes. It's not that complicated. The whole point of this is that girls love having plausible deniability. A lot of the times, you have to be the one to take the plunge or the risk. Even though she's already mentally decided exactly what she wants, you have to be the one to go and take it. This way, she avoids any accountability because chasing boys in 2025 is seen as a bad thing to do. To be honest though, it was always seen as a bad thing to do, but girls still chase anyways. They just chase very indirectly, and you have to be smart enough to pick up on it.
Wanted you to reply. Okay, second thing is called the chameleon effect, and it's kind of similar to the first one, but I think we do this as a means to make you think that we're so similar and a match made in heaven. If you two speak quite regularly, if you notice that she starts saying things like you that she never used to before, or has now a similar humor to you, it's because she likes you.
This is pretty common in a lot of social interactions, and it's also known as mirroring. This is something that a lot of people naturally do when they want to be closer to another person. They start buying into their language, mannerisms, behavior, etc. The way I see it, it's a throwback to a form of tribalism where you guys are all on the same team, and that way it builds a form of trust. It also plays into the concept of frame, where when a girl really likes you, she's going to fall into your frame. Pick up on your language, views, behavior. She's going to start to acquiesce to you because she really wants to be with you. This is the whole paradigm I talk about all the time between dominance and submission. Girls naturally want to be submissive, and when they start engaging in this type of behavior, this is them essentially being submissive. Now, obviously, a lot of people have a problem with this, but take it in context. It doesn't mean the girl's immediately going to go down on her hands and knees and beg you to be her king. But keep in mind, of course, the subtle signs are always there, and you have to learn to pick up on them to know what to do next. Hey guys, before we keep going, I want to let you know about my Modern Dating Mastery course. For those of you that don't know, Modern Dating Mastery focuses on teaching you everything you need to know when it comes to mastering modern dating. Whether you're just starting to date or you want to refine your knowledge further, I made this course for everyone. I've helped thousands of guys, and their biggest struggle is communicating with women and understanding them. Even if they had a girl that was in love with them, eventually they would lose respect and the relationship would end. Or they would try too hard to be nice and end up their personal servant. Sometimes it's just as simple as being perceived the incorrect way. The truth is, most of them were great guys that were sadly misinformed about what women want. When I taught them the truth, things became a lot easier and their confidence in dating life improved. This is my goal with what I teach in Modern Dating Mastery. I go over all the mainstream dating lies you guys are told and correct them with the truth. And then I follow up with some theory to go over all the different ways that women will test you when you're dating them. Fundamental tests, social tests, physical tests, emotional tests, and even financial tests. Each section has videos where I break down exactly how she'll test you and how to respond. There are over 60 videos in total, and the course comes with a PDF cheat sheet for quick review. For those of you who are interested, I've got the course on sale right now for 67% off. Click the link at the top of the description to learn more about it. Alright, let's get back to the video.
Number three is definitely if you're like a teenager, young adult, because I know I definitely used to do this, but if you message quite regularly on Snapchat, if she accidentally saves your message in chat, it absolutely wasn't accidental, and she's definitely saved that so she can read it after she's told you she's going to bed. Especially if this is like a compliment where you said she looks good or looks cute, or if this is a photo that you've sent to her, she's definitely kicking and screaming. Composure completely out the window.
I'll be honest, this one's a little bit more rare because girls are so heavily on game now that they're not going to give it to you so obviously most of the time. Now, of course, there are cases where they like you a lot, where they'll give you all the signs, and this will be one of them. In that case, sure, but a lot of times early on, a girl won't immediately do this because she'll see it as being too forward or too obvious. So I wouldn't bank on this happening early, but sure. It does happen sometimes. But let's be honest, by that point, she's already given you so many more signals anyway. So if she's already doing that, you should have already known a long time ago where you stand.
I think is probably the most obvious thing in the world, but we can kind of pass it off as like, oh, we just wanted to hang out as friends, if ever you were to ask or say something, which is where we'll just casually like plan the future with you in it. Let's say she sees a social media post for something that's supposedly coming to your area, and she sees it, sends it to you and said, oh my god, like we have to go to this. Or like, you know, those travel TikToks, if she sends you those and said, oh my god, I feel like you would love it here, we should so go. If you like her and she's talking like you're about to go into a joint mortgage application, you may as well propose. 100% success rate.
This is a very common sales tactic they teach you when you're trying to learn sales. What you're essentially trying to do is you're trying to plant seeds to bypass the psychological defense barrier. A good example would be customers will see you in that car and they're going to immediately assume that you're doing way better than you actually are and that you have more credibility. That example, of course, is a car salesman trying to sell a luxury car to, let's say, somebody like a real estate guy. He's planting the image of the guy already driving the car even though he hasn't even purchased it yet. When the customer starts to buy into that image, they are far more likely to legitimately purchase the product. Girls are naturally amazing salespeople. They're really good with images and emotions and planting themselves in your life when they really like you. Honestly, this video was pretty good. Of course, there always has to be a little bit of translation because girls are very rarely going to be very direct about their exact intentions, and they're never going to give you their exact playbook. But overall, most of what she said was pretty on point. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Don't forget to check my links in the description below.